I'm glad you brought up the idea of retaking, because my intuition is that given that the LSAT is being offered more and more frequently now, I'm wondering if that will impact how admission officers view retakes.
So it's a fair question. I think that is a slow move to happen. Change isn't always easy for people. And that's not specific to admissions officers. That's just people.
Yeah.
So the fact that it is, it's given more often and it gives more opportunities for retake, because it used to be that you could only take it 3 times within 2 years, and now that's lifted. So it is easier for people to retake now, but I don't think that is licensed to take it as many times as you want. I think that it's still a really good idea to keep it. The ultimate goal is to take it once and just be done with it. I think that should still always be the goal. Easier said than done. I get it. I'm not the one who has to take it. So it's okay to retake. It's totally okay to retake, but I wouldn't plan on taking it 6 times. It's just not a good plan A. Plan A should always be, let's take it once, and if I need to retake it, I'll take it again. So I would say the school will always, there's very few guarantees in admissions, but I can guarantee at this day and age, with the rules the way they are, that the school will always report the highest LSAT score to the ABA. That's just, it would be ridiculous to think otherwise. What schools do with the information, they look at all scores, they get access to all scores, do they average it? Averaging is kind of a different topic, but every school will get all of the scores, and every school will look at all of those scores. They're just going to get it, and they're not going to ignore it. Every school will look at it and get those scores. So there is a difference between taking it twice and taking it 6 times. A cancel is a cancel, and cancels don't matter. 1 cancel is fine. Even 2 cancels, I think, is fine. But if you have, 5 or 6 cancels, then it's probably an indication of something else going on that may raise some questions for the admissions office. It doesn't mean that you're doomed. Please don't think that you're doomed, but it is something that may be indicative of something else. So the goal is to try to take it as few times as possible for everyone's sanity, I think. But it's not the end of the world if you have to retake it. And actually, it's a good idea to retake it if you got your score back and you didn't do well and you could do better. Then you absolutely should retake it. And there's no downside to retaking it. Besides the fact that you actually have to retake it.
Take it again, yeah.
But in terms of the retake is fine. It's a gray area, I would say, after about 4 takes, not including cancels. But I would say it starts to be a gray area. Now, your question was, will schools start to relax the way they feel about that? I don't know. I don't know that that's going to happen anytime soon. I think that regardless of whether individuals see it as okay, it still should be the goal to take it as few times as you possibly can.
Sure, yeah, nobody wants to be taking it several times, yeah.
Wants to put themselves through that, right?
Yeah, nobody wants to, but as you said, 4 takes could be an upper limit, plus maybe 1 or 2 cancellations.
Yeah.
You could reach up to 6 registrations.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want that as a plan A.
I never want to say an exact cutoff.
Yeah.
Everyone's circumstances are different, and it's not cut and dry. It starts to get gray, I would say, around that.
Yeah. What about, just to stay on this for 1 more minute, just to change direction a little bit, the digital LSAT that's happening this year. I imagine that the July LSAT, of course, people are going to be more likely to cancel because they get a free retake if they do. And that raises a lot of questions for applicants about maybe the format being different, the style they take it in being different. So that I see as being a factor, at least during this transitional year, that could lead to more takes as well.
It could. And I think the free cancel on the July test it's amazing. Like, I never thought that I would see that in my lifetime.
Yeah.
like it's a real, I think if anyone has, oh, maybe I'll take the test, take the July test, register for it. It's a freebie. Well, it's not literally free, but
you get a free credit towards a future take. Store credit with LSAC.
Right, and you can see what your score would be like in test conditions. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how many people cancel the July test. But I think it's wonderful. I think it's a really good way to get people to try the digital test, or test market them, or use them as guinea pigs, or whatever you want to say. I think it's a good incentive to do that. With the digital test, I think, again, change is hard. So there are going to be some people who are going to have a hard time with it because they're used to the paper. But it's inevitable. It has to be. It has to go in that direction for 2019.
Come on already. Yeah. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.